What is up, Youtubelettes? It is PuddlesA1 here, and I am bringing you another narrated Wi-Fi battle, and it is about time that I got to it because this is my first X and Y battle. Thank you to Trainer Zabuza for recording this battle. I could not have gotten this up without him because I do not have a webcam, and thankfully enough, he is a nice guy, and he has been recording a lot of people's battles, so big shout out to him. His link will be at the end of the video in the team preview. And speaking of end of the video, I have a very good friend battling me right now, and that is JohnOrigins. Well, I guess I don't mean right now, but he did battle me. Anyway, it's a fairly standard battle. I mean, I have a very standard team. His team isn't completely standard. I mean, he has that Halucha and the Slurpuff, which, I mean, you do see sometimes, but they're not, you know, the most standard pokes out there right now. So there really isn't much that I need to explain with the team preview, but today is my birthday, so I turned 20, and I figured, hey, it's my last day of winter break. I go back to school tomorrow, and, well, school starts tomorrow. I figured I might as well just upload a battle for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy, and if you don't, I apologize, because I have been out of this for far too long, and I'm going to try my best to get this battle down, so you guys strap in. It's going to be a long one. So anyway, guys, let's get on with it. Here we go. So, John's going to be leading off with his Greninja as I decided to lead off with my Rotom. I decided to lead off with Rotom because I didn't know if he was going to be leading off with the Greninja or the Mamoswine. I figured Rotom is, you know, basically the lead Pokemon that you're going to want to go with if you don't have a Mamoswine. I do have a Mamoswine, but I figured Rotom would be better here just in case that he brought in the Greninja or the Mamoswine. I decided that he's probably not going to want to go for the Hidden Power Grass or the Grass Knot. I know I can take either of those if he does, so I decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp just in case he decides to switch out into the Mamoswine, predicting a Volt Switch or something, but he does actually just go into the Ferrothorn, which is not too bad to catch with a burn because now a Power Whip will not be doing anything to me, and I can safely bring in my Rotom and on this Ferrothorn later on in the battle if I need to. So I decided to switch out here, go out into my Noivern as he decides to set up the Stealth Rock. I predicted Stealth Rock, and then I also predict, well, I don't really predict, but I know I can threaten him out with the Specs Fire Blast that he's probably not going to want to take, and I can also see what his answer is to Noivern in this situation right here, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to let his Ferrothorn die. So I decided to actually go for the U-turn because I am running a U-turn on it. I think that's a fairly standard move to run on it. Not entirely sure. Like I said, this is my first battle that I've ever had. I decided to go for the U-turn as he brings in the Garchomp, and that Garchomp is going to eat up the U-turn because it is not stab, it is physical. I am timid. I am not doing any damage to that, but I decided to bring in my Mamoswine. Probably not the best play because I do have the Excadrill with the Air Balloon and the Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks. I didn't have to break my Mamoswine's Focus Sash because that is in fact what I have. I know he's not going to want to take an Ice Shard because he needs his Garchomp to survive as of right now. I decided to go for the Stealth Rocks because I knew he would do that, and I think he doesn't have a spinner, so Stealth Rocks are here to stay if I'm not mistaken, and I can also break that Mamoswine's potential sash if he does have it. So I'm going to switch out here predicting a Gyro Ball, but he does actually go for, I believe, the Power Whip, and I do dodge it nimbly because I am like that, but it is kind of unfortunate because he would have been able to break my my Air Balloon sooner, but you know, it's not the biggest deal just because I think all I do here is go for the Rapid Spin and then he hits the Power Whip, so it's not, and you'll see how much it does. It doesn't do that much. I'm pretty sure that this is it's a really weird Excadrill set that I'm running. I've seen a lot more standard builds than this. I don't know if this is standard, to be honest. I haven't seen many Excadrills do much of anything, so I don't really know. He goes for the Power Whip. He's going to break my Air Balloon. Not the biggest deal. He can just set up rocks again if he wants to, but I'm going to actually switch again into my Noivern on this Ferrothorn just because I know he's going to go for the rocks, and then this time I decide to go for, I believe, the Hurricane just in case he does want to bring in the Garchomp. I don't want to get the -2 with the Draco Meteor and then be forced to switch out and then a lot of shenanigans like that. So I figure if I go for the Hurricane now, I should be able to take out this Ferrothorn unless it's like fully especially defensive, because I mean I'm Specs, it's stab. and it's not super effective, but it is neutral, and it does end up taking out the Ferrothorn, which is a really, really good thing for me. And now he's going to go out into the Mamoswine. If he did have a sash, it is broken now, but I do not want to take an Ice Shard just yet. I think my Noivern is a little too special for me to just throw away right now. So going to go out into my Rotom because that is the thing to go out to when you see a Mamoswine. I'm going to take Rocks damage, not that big of a deal. He's going to go for the Icicle Crash, and that is going to do a whole heck of nothing to me. And I'm going to eat that up because physically defensive Rotom is just a monster this generation. I cannot even believe how good it is. I mean, it was good last gen, but this gen is just so much better. So I'm able to take another Icicle Crash. If you guys did not notice, he is in fact Life Orb, so that means he does not have the Focus Sash. But I decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp here. Not really sure what he was going to do. I figured Will-O-Wisp was going to be the best thing because no matter what he switched out into, it would have got burned. And if he stays in, hey, I just burned a Mamoswine that had Life Orb, so that thing's not going to be doing anything. He's going to go out into his Hawlucha here, as I believe I go for the rest because I didn't want to take another Icicle Crash. And I figured if he does stay in and go for the Icicle Crash, I can go for the rest, get all my HP back, and then be at full on the start of the next turn. But hey, this is even better. He gets a free switch into his Hawlucha, though. I do have full HP, and I don't see why he goes for the bulk up here. That's a pretty big misplay. I don't know why he starts setting up on a Rotom that has a super effective hit in the Volt Switch. And the Volt Switch isn't going to be enough to take it out, but it's going to be enough to bring that thing to a very, very easily KOable range. So I'm not too sure what I go into here. I think I go into my Mamoswine. Oh, I lied. I go into my Noivern here. And I go for the Flamethrower. I went for Flamethrower, not really predicting him to switch out, but I didn't want to go for Draco Meteor and be at -2. Didn't want to go for the Hurricane and miss. Didn't want to go for U-turn for no reason, so I do in fact just go for the Flamethrower, and I end up taking it out. And now he goes into the Slurpuff, and I think, okay, Flamethrower should do enough to take down this Slurpuff to the point where its Citrus Berry won't bring it back up to a range where Belly Drum can activate. But unfortunately for me, it does just that. Leaves him with just enough HP to get off the Belly Drum. And in my head, I was like, that's fine, I can take it out with another Flamethrower, completely forgetting that Slurpuff had the Unburdened, and that's just going to be the end of my Noivern. So the one thing that I really wanted to keep around for this battle just dies. So that's fine. And then on a misclick, I go out into my Rotom. I meant to click my Mamoswine, and then Rotom just comes out. So I was like, cool, now Rotom's just got to die. And that's exactly what proceeds to happen. My Rotom just dies, and it just dies to a Slurpuff. Like, good lord, like, take it easy, go home, Slurpuff. So I'm gonna go out in my Mamoswine here, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. An Icicle Shard. An Ice Shard is gonna be more than enough to take out this Slurpuff. And yeah, so that thing's dead. It already destroyed two of my very, very needed Pokemon, and now he's gonna go out into his Greninja. I'm just gonna go for the Icicle Crash. I'm not too sure what he wants to go for, and it does kind of skip there. I lied. I didn't go for the Icicle Crash. I switched out into my Aegislash, predicting the Grass Knot, I think. I don't really know what I predicted. I'm pretty sure it was a Grass Knot, but he goes to the Hydro Pump, and that does quite a bit to me. I probably should have seen the obvious play being more obvious. So I do end up going for, I believe, the Shadow Ball here. No, I go for King Shield. I lied. Now I think I go for the Shadow Ball because I don't know how to use Aegislash. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did end up breeding this thing myself, and it is a perfect Aegislash, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know how to use it. I brought it, and I figured I'd figure it out during the battle, but I don't. He's gonna go for the Mega Evolution into Mega Garchomp, and I'm gonna go for the Shadow Sneak because, like I said, I am a horrible Pokemon battler. You guys have been subscribed to me all this time, and you didn't even know how bad I was. So instead of making the safe play and going for the King Shield and getting some more leftovers recovery, also putting myself in defense form, also seeing what he wants to go for, I just go for the Shadow Sneak, sack my Aegislash, and then just proceed to go into my Mamoswine. I think I go for the Icicle Crash here, if I'm not mistaken. Because he has his own Mamoswine. What do I do? No, I go for the Ice Shard. I just go for the safe Ice Shard. I don't know why I would go for the Icicle Crash because I probably would not be able to take a hit. His Mamoswine's in here. It is burned. It is Life Orb, so it's pretty much just going to die at the end of this turn. I don't want my Mamoswine dying just yet. I was fairly certain he was going to go for the Earthquake, so I go out into my Excadrill, sacking that thing off because I didn't want my Mamoswine to take an Earthquake and then take it out with an Icicle Crash. I don't really see I don't really see my Excadrill doing anything for the rest of this battle. It really was only there to get rid of the hazards, and it did that, but then the hazards got set back up, so it's not even that big of a deal. But I do end up stalling out this Mamoswine, and it just dies, so that's pretty cool. Not really sure what he has left. I'm pretty sure that it's just the Garchomp and the Greninja, if I'm not mistaken. So I go out into my Mamoswine. I tried really hard this battle to just not use my Lucario because Mega Lucario is such a threat. It just plows through teams, and I am running the special variant, so that's even worse because Rotom just dies to an Aura Sphere. So there's that. I do nimbly dodge the Hydro Pump yet again. I am so agile. My Pokemon are so well trained because for those of you that don't know, I did train under JohnOrigins, and he taught me how to go high in the mountains and center my chi and all that good stuff. So go for the Ice Cold Crash, does a decent amount of damage. Go for the Ice Shard, does also a decent amount of damage, and then he goes for the Hydro Pump, and he is going to be able to take out my Mamoswine. And like I said, I tried not to use my Lucario, but it is in fact my last Pokemon. I believe it's my last Pokemon. It should be if it's not. But I go out to my Lucario here. I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution, and then I believe I just go for the Aura Sphere. Just because it's, you know, stab, adaptability, freaking, I think I'm timid. Goodness gracious, it's a problem. And surprisingly enough, I am able to take this Hydro Pump. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to because this Lucario was fresh off the GTS. I got it. It was timid 4 IVs, and one of those IVs just did not happen to be in special defense. So luckily, I do end up living that, and I'm going to be able to outspeed this Garchomp. And it will not be able to take an adaptability boosted Aura Sphere, and that's going to be the end of the game. The very, very narrow 1-0 in my favor. Thank you, John, for the battle. For those of you guys that aren't aware of John's channel, I don't know how you could be or couldn't be in this late of the game. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like rating, and as always, click from the Ferrothorn all the way to the Greninja. That'll take you directly to John's channel. Like his stuff, favorite it, do whatever you want. But number one thing, subscribe, guys. Also, I want you guys to click the link battle at the top of the page. That will take you directly to Trainer Zabuza's channel. Please go like his stuff and favorite it and subscribe to him is the number one thing because he is a great guy for recording everybody's battles. Also, if you guys want, feel free to click that Lucario to see my last video. Click the Rotom to see my next one when I upload it. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr. Add me on Skype. PuddlesA1 is the name throughout all of that. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to battle me, my FC will be in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace, love, and later, Gators.